David Coote. David Coote. How can you be so naive? How can you be so idiotic? So for those of you that don't know, pretty much on a video, it's got like 23 million video views, so I don't think you need me to tell you this, but in a nutshell, he's went in on Jurgen Klopp, saying he dislikes the bloke, calling them all sorts, and he also said he dislikes Liverpool and Scousers. Boy, what was he thinking? What this video has done is just fueled ammunition to all those football fans that say there is biasness, there is a conspiracy against their club. Look, I'm one of those fans that like to believe every single referee is professional. He manages a game with integrity. This is just mind-blowing. How can you be so naive? Look, the crime is not disliking Jurgen Klopp, having those opinions. The crime is actually getting recorded, saying those opinions and saying exactly how you feel. We all do it. We all have an opinion on somebody. I bet you everybody watching this video is went into their workplace and hated their boss or hated their colleague. And do you know what I mean? Like, everybody does it. So the crime is not having that opinion of Jurgen Klopp. I mean, I bet you after every single Premier League games, the officials go into the change room and say, he's a right, what? Do you know what I mean? He's a right bleep and bleep. I bet you it happens after every single game against either the manager, the coaching staff, or one of the players. It's not only David Coote. Every single official will have those opinions. There'll be for example, there'll be officials that like Virgil van Dijk. There'll be officials that hate him. There'll be officials that like John McGinn. There'll be officials that hate him. There's just two examples. Not everybody is going to like everybody. The naivety to say it on camera and expecting it not to get out eventually is just mind-blowing. In fact, it actually questions his intellect. I mean, fans have been saying for years that the referees are incompetent and they're making decisions based on their opinions of managers and clubs, and this just fuels the ammunition, because we all know there has been decisions out there where you just look at it and think, what are you thinking? Referees are human beings. Mistakes will happen. They're bound to have emotions and opinions. I bet you any money around the Christmas table at Christmas, one of their family members says to them, what's so-and-so like? And he says, oh, he's a bleep and bleep. Do you know what I mean? Every single referee will do it. Everybody does it. You're probably thinking it about me at the minute. It's natural. So it's not the crime isn't having that opinion on Jurgen Klopp. The crime is letting that opinion affect your professionalism. But the crime in this, from a human level, is knowing that there's a camera facing you and you saying those words. And do you know what word actually bothered me the most? It's not that he called him it's the fact that he called him a German. That's borderline racism. Nobody's speaking about that, but that is borderline racism. I don't blame Liverpool fans for going back over the years and looking at decisions and saying, well, what about this? What about this? Because I would do the exact same. And there's something similar happening at Chelsea with Anthony Taylor. A lot of Chelsea fans believe this narrative that Anthony Taylor is out there against them, out there to get them. And this just fuels their ammunition. But aside from that, it's where does he go from here? Look, we're all human. We've all said stupid things. We've all done stupid things. So looking at it from a human perspective, I have empathy for him, because we've all done it. We've all said and done stupid things. You'd be incredibly naive to think that these referees don't have an opinion on certain managers. That's it. You'll be deluded and naive to think that. But the crime is seeing it on camera for everybody to see. And look, from a human perspective, it would be a shame to see somebody lose a job. You don't want anybody to lose their job. From a human perspective, they've got a wife, they've got a family to take care of. Where do they go from here? And that's the big question. I want to know from you guys, where does he go from here? I think for me, because it has blown up so much and there has been a lot of talk about biasness, I can't see him managing in England again. I can see him managing abroad. And I heard somebody on TalkSport saying I wouldn't be surprised to see refereeing in the Saudi Pro League. And you know what? I could see it. Or going abroad somewhere like India to go and referee. That's the only way I can see him refereeing again. So again, it's not what he said. That's the problem. I'll keep on reiterating this. But it's doing it on camera for everybody to see. Just so naive, so unintelligent. It's unbelievable. Like, you could see the camera in front of him. It wasn't like it was on the sly recording him. It was blatantly in his face, but yet he still said it, still done it. And Liverpool fans, I don't blame you for being up in arms. I don't blame you at all. Getting back to Chelsea, Fabrizio Romano come out and said that Chelsea are interested in centre-backs and they love, I quote, Tomás Araújo from Benfica. Now, this is a boy I've been tweeting out for a long time. Way before his debut, I actually mentioned him in one of my Talent of Today's. You know what? He's keeping... Antonio Silva was Benfica's best defender last season, probably over the past 2 seasons, or 1.5 at least. And since Tomás Araújo's come into the side, he's keeping Antonio Silva out the side. And that just shows the level of quality he's got. For me, is improving the squad. Because for me, the Chuckle Brothers are not good enough, if I'm being perfectly honest. And the Chuckle Brothers, I refer to them as Disasi and Balashil. I don't think they're good enough, despite what Chelsea board are saying, that Balashil is one for the future. I think he's good. He's a good defender. But for where Chelsea want to be, he's not that quality. And I think Chelsea, if we ought to have ambitions of competing for titles, competing for Champions League trophies, we need better squad depth, especially defensively. Because it's so important that you just don't concede in games. If you can't win, you nick a draw. And at times I just feel like Chelsea are being let down by that. So we do need to improve on Disasi and Balashil. And I do think Tomás Araújo would do that. But if you want a proper in-depth analysis on him, I want to know, would you be interested in me doing a scout report on him? If so, drop a comment in the below, let us know, and I will provide one eventually. I'm not saying we should replace Wesley Fofana or Levi Colwill. All I'm saying is we need better squad depth, because if Fofana gets injured or Colwill gets injured, can you really rely on Disasi, Tosin or Balashil to come in and produce the same level of performances? For me, I don't think so. But I want to know your thoughts. Would you be interested in this? Is this an area where Chelsea do need to strengthen? Let us know in the comments below. And once again, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.